Hi, my name is Brenda Denton, and today I'm going to be talking about autism. But before I start, I would like to share with you my personal journey with autism. After my son's first birthday in 2001, I began to notice that he was very restless. He was unable to sleep. He had no eye contact and unable to hold an object or have any grip on his hands. He would not let me hold him, and changing his diaper was very challenging. People were not able to visit because he would go into a panic attack and hide and start screaming. He was not interested in playing with his brother, and he was not interested in paying attention to anything that happened around him. He would just line up objects and spend hours and hours opening and closing doors. So this is when we noticed that something was wrong, and I will never forget when he was diagnosed in 2003. I walked into the doctor, and the pediatrician told us that he had autism and there was no cure for it, and I needed to prepare because he will need to go into an institution eventually. This is where my journey actually started. It began 14 years, and here I am spreading the word about what is autism, the type of treatments available, and the resources, and how you as the community can get involved. So what is autism? Autism is a developmental neurological disorder. But what does that look like? As you can see some of these pictures, it's actually difficulty relating to people, objects and events. They avoid contact, any type of contact. They show little or no interest in any social interaction. They have a very rigid need for sameness. They want to do the same thing over and over. They don't want to change things. If they see black, yellow, blue, that's exactly what they want all the time. If you change it, they could go into a panic attack. They have repetitive movements such as rocking. They usually like to soothe themselves by rocking. They like to spin a lot. They like to flap their hands, and they stem. They make a lot of sounds. I don't even recognize the sounds anymore because I am so used to my son humming. They have speech development delays, and they have other behaviors that include intensive aggression, head banging, biting, scratching. They don't like to be around people. So this is what autism is all. This is what it really an individual goes through when they deal with autism. Here are some numbers that I want to share with you that were pretty eye-opening and scary too. When my son was diagnosed in 2003, the CDD released the statistics that 1 in every 150 children were diagnosed with autism. Since then, in 2014 to 2016, they released the same report, and the numbers had changed to 1 in every 68 children that were diagnosed with autism. This past December, the National Health Center released the statistics, and it was very scary to see the numbers change from 1 in every 36 children. So this sounds like a very scary epidemic. But there's a lot of hope, and this is a long journey to walk and move forward with. The treatments that they have available is speech. Speech will help them how to improve the language communication and create more socialization. There's ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis, and that really encourages positive behavior and discourages negative behavior. It helps them how to cope with the world and how to behave around others, how not to flap, and how to request things instead of hitting. There's occupational therapy, and that basically helps with a lot of life skills, learning how to put a shirt on and tie the shoes, and how to do other things around the house. They have sensory integration, and that is so important because kids with autism have a lot of problems with smell and touch, in foods. They have a lot of sensory, And of course, there's the dietary approach and medications. Resources, there's quite a few resources out there for you to go into the internet and research. There's a lot of organizations that will help you and they will train you. Here's a list of them for you. The Child Study Center is one of the ones that has helped us a lot. This is Matthew. Matthew is 17 years old now. He was diagnosed in 2003. And I could just tell you that I'm a better person. He has taught me the value of life. And it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a child with autism to raise a village in the conscience of a village. So I am here spreading the word and letting everybody know that there is hope. And for those who are not affected, be a little more sensitive with us. Thank you.